This is 9 News with Deborah Knight.
Good evening. Today was meant to be a reprieve for emergency crews. Instead, 68 fires are still burning right around the state. As we go to air, 2 emergency alerts are in place for Springwood and Lithgow, where bushfires are blazing out of control. This is the view from the air tonight over Springwood, where Darren Curtis begins our coverage.
Swirling and uncontrolled, the fire regenerated itself in a valley behind Winmalee, again threatening the town savage days ago. The towering plume and thumping beat of chopper blades rekindled locals' anxiety. Unable to access the front from the ground, everyone put faith in the aerial angels. When it did come out of the bush, St Columba's High School looked like it was ablaze, but firefighters managed to hold it on the edge of the oval. With the threat of ember attack high, Springwood Hospital evacuated its wards. The frail and elderly relocated out of harm's way by caring hands.
What's a bushfire? These guys are always on hand to help people out.
Some of them are a bit disoriented, but they're fine. They're doing pretty well. They're in good spirits.
As they left their town, the scars from the previous day's fire were clear. 193 homes have been destroyed and another 109 are damaged. We now know the original fire started by the golf course, stretched north to St Columba's High School, then swept east over Hawkesbury Road, through Singles Ridge Reserve, all the way to Yellow Rock on the Nepean River. This is Bonavista Road in Winmalee before the fires, a row of houses along the ridge surrounded by valleys of bush. This is the same section of street after the fires ripped through. Rubble, the only telltale signs that families once lived here. Nearby Heatherglen Road was known for its gardens and attractive homes. All but 3 of those houses are gone or severely damaged. Insurance companies have taken more than 550 claims, and already that damage bill's added up to more than $30 million, but it is expected to skyrocket over the next few days as more and more families realise that they've not only lost their homes and their cars, but they start to calculate all of the content that have been destroyed. The Premier and Fire Commissioner were given a bird's eye view of the fire still burning and the damage already done. At Catherine Hill Bay, Barry O'Farrell told victims help was available.
For families, small businesses, primary producers and councils, will ensure there is some assistance to help them recover from these bushfire crises.
Support as well from the Prime Minister.
We send our best wishes to them as they confront loss, as they confront challenge, and as they rally together, as Australians always do in difficult times.
But there's anger that homes and firefighters' lives were put at risk by 2 teenage girls accused of lighting a fire in Bonnyrigg, while fires were already burning right across the state.
Darren Curtis joins us now from Springwood. Darren, a very volatile day. What's the situation there now?
Well, Deb, a short time ago, firefighters told me that there is no immediate threat from flames and embers in Springwood and Winmalee at the moment, that threat has eased. But this smoke is going to hang around, so if it does play up with your respiratory system, they are advising that it's probably a good idea to start relocating over the next few days. Now, a total fire ban will come in place tonight. That's due to the large number of uncontained fires and also the unpredictability of the weather over the next few days as well. Now, that fire ban will stay in place, Deb, until further notice. OK, Darren, thank you. On the other side of the Blue Mountains, just when firefighters thought they were getting the upper hand, conditions took a turn for the worse. The fire roaring to life in Lithgow, surprising all those on the front line.
You'd never know today was meant to be easier on our volunteers.
All right.
In an instant, the fire takes hold, flaring out of control for the 4th day in a row.
Get out, get back.
We're forced to flee too, as the situation turns tense. This police officer takes to the front line as trucks scramble down the Bells line of road, chasing flame after flame. Then, what they feared. The fire jumps the road, bearing down on Bell.
A change in the wind pushed the blaze up over the escarpment and has now sparked a number of spot fires that have fire crews and water bombers in the air guessing where it's going to flare up next.
But there's a huge amount of fire out here.
Marco Carrigan is an RFS volunteer who today found himself in need of help.
I've been out fighting everyone else's fires today. I'm home at my house.
You nervous?
Yeah, of course I am. Something's going to burn, but hopefully not my house.
A number of properties all of a sudden in the firing line. Margaret Kravenek owns one of them.
We look after our property so well. We've got... Sorry.
No, it's the unknown.
She was evacuated from her place on Thursday and thought it would be safe to return today.
This has just come on so quick.
The afternoon remained unpredictable, the flare-ups relentless. Water bombers doing everything to spot the danger. Every bullseye, another home saved.
Dimity Clancy is at Bell for us now. Dimity, the fire emergency there is far from over.
That's right, Deb. This fire is still very much out of control. It's currently spotting its way down the escarpment you can see behind me. The town's under threat at the moment, Hartley Vale, Bell and parts of Dargan. An emergency alert was issued for those residents to take shelter as this fire approaches. But the trouble with this blaze, Deb, is it's moving more and more into inaccessible terrain, making it very difficult for firefighters. And today we learnt that the Defence Force is now investigating whether one of its explosive training exercises actually sparked this bushfire 4 days ago. So tomorrow, Deb, the conditions are expected to deteriorate. The winds will pick up, temperatures will rise into their 30s. So it's still a very long few days ahead, both for fire crews and also the residents here as well. Deb?
Dangerous days to come. Dimity.